You know, a lot of times when I make these videos, it just be the spur of the moment. Like a lot of times it's just something that be heavy on my mind. I highly recommend people to take a break from social media. Bro, let your brain just not be consumed in that shit. Like give your brain a break. When you know what you're capable of, but you choose peace and you choose to do something else, that's when I knew like I'm a different kind of person. When you know what you're capable of, but you let things just go, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I knew like I can't just have anybody around me. There's a lot of power in that, self-control. And it's like you can't be putting yourself in situations with people who don't have self-control or people who take you for granted or focus on your controllables. What do I mean by that? Like don't put energy into things that you don't control. It's literally that simple. You don't control how somebody perceives you. You don't control how somebody feels. You can't control the weather. You don't control if somebody's gonna be loyal. I promise you, once you start just focusing on what you can control, like what you eat, the content that you consume, who you speak to, where your money goes, when you just literally focus on that, it's gonna put you in a whole another direction. You have a child with somebody and you know the situation doesn't work out or whatever, it'll make you hold on to situations where it's like if you guys didn't have this child together, like the situation might have ended a long time ago. You have this whole idea of what you think things are gonna be, and then it don't turn out how you want it, and it's not even like it gotta be a bad thing or nothing. There's always gonna be something there, and it'll play tricks on your mind and your heart because you don't know if you're doing it because you want this person or you're doing it because you want to make your family work. But that's the thing, man. Nothing new can come into your life when you holding on to old stuff, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's good, bro. Maybe you need to go move states. If you can't move states because of your situation, maybe you need to go move cities. Maybe you need to go get a new job. Like just new environments. Like nothing new can come into your life if you are holding on to the past. And living with a sense of urgency where a lot of people think they just have all this unlimited time, and bro, you don't know if you're gonna wake up tomorrow. I don't want to say like everything you do is a waste of time, but again, like I said, I just cut off social media. It's been about 10 days, and I'm not gonna get on until April. Just my attention to detail, my focus 10 times better. But the type of bait that you put out there is the type of fish that you're gonna catch. I don't know where I heard that, but that really, like, damn, that makes so much sense. Like, the type of bait that you put out is the type of fish that you're gonna catch. So I use guys as an example, right? So when you meet a woman and you're leading with your wallet, you know, you trying to act like you this fancy, flashy guy, and you're just gonna spend all this money, and then you're upset because she looks at you as the money guy. Or women, right? When you use your body, you know, and you're posting provocative pictures, and you know, well, okay, you're upset because guys look at you for sex, and that's what we want. You know what I'm saying? Like that is very important. Like presentation, like marketing and presentation, they go hand in hand. And so what you put out there, even if it's not true or not, that's what is gonna be what people are gonna think. If you're lonely, it's more so you're just bored, if I'm being honest. And there's so much things that you could be doing with your time. Like some people, they want to have kids. Now, luckily, like I had my daughter at 19, so you know I might have one more kid. I might not. I don't know. We'll see. I'm only 28, but I got that out of my system kind of early. You know what I mean? So I don't really be feeling that urge to like, okay, I want another kid. I just see it's a lot of work and just dealing with co-parenting, and it's never been about child support. I don't care. I've been paying child support since she was like 2. Okay, so my daughter's 7, but so it's not about money. It's just this whole, I don't know. It's finding somebody that's really down to just be a family and like build with you and only be with you and not want to be with other people. You feel me? Like that's kind of hard to find nowadays. I'm vetting a woman out. I love to ask like, who inspires you? Like, who are people that you draw inspiration from, if any, right? I ask about, do you have a father? You know, what's your relationship like with your family? Or because when you ask these questions, it's really gonna tell you everything that you need to know. What kind of music do you listen to? What are your hobbies? You know, all these things I can tell off top, like, okay, this situation will go like this, or this situation will go like that. So these are just good things that you could, you know what I mean, ask a girl if you're thinking about taking her serious. Single lifestyle is not bad, bro. I don't have to ask somebody, hey, I'm thinking about going to Vegas. No, are you okay with that? Or just the ability to just up and do whatever I want without having to consult with somebody, without having to take somebody into consideration. You know, it's just me that I'm thinking about if I'm not with my daughter. Like, yeah, I still casually date here and there. Like, sometimes I like to just be locked in, super focused. Like, I think for some guys, they're brought up to think that, like, if they don't get married or if they don't have a girlfriend, like, they're some, like, loser or something. And that's not the case at all. And it's like the more that you put the focus on you, the more people are going to be interested in you. Like, it's cool to be red pill aware. It's cool to listen to dating advice and you know, finding different people that you can draw inspiration from. But I also think too much of that kind of content isn't good. You know, I just like to give people perspective. I'm not really trying to give people advice. I'm still relatively young. I mean, I'm 28, but you know, I still have a lot of maturing and a lot of growing up to do. I'm not perfect, you know, and I'm not saying that I'm not somebody that can't give good advice, but I just think when people, when they hear this kind of content, I think it gets a bad rap kind of. I think people look at me and they'll think like, oh, he thinks he's this dating coach. He thinks he's this expert. And I don't think that. Literally, this is just my perspective on situations. If you go through all my videos, it's just about perspective and giving you something to think about. That's the thing about women. Like a lot of times, bro, like, because they base everything off their feelings. So it's like you can be with somebody and like the moment that they feel like they're not happy or the moment they feel like they just don't want to be in it, they're not willing to see it through. I'm more open to this idea of like just having this bachelor lifestyle where it's like, you know, when I feel like I want to snuggle, like, you know, I find me a little boo or whatever. You feel me? It ain't nothing serious. Like, I don't know. I'm just in this phase where I just be having little situations and whatnot. And it's not a bad lifestyle because, again, like I said, my commitment is valuable. So I can't just give that to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't always have to be up under somebody. And that's the difference. Like, a lot of you niggas can't, you know, like I'll be real. Like, bro, you want to go hump on somebody, you know what I'm saying? You want to clap some cheeks. I understand, you know. But I also know that if you put the work in on yourself, right, whether that's getting bigger in the gym, more finances, working on your social skills, you know, all of those things is going to attract you more women. You have to talk to people that are interested in you. You know, that's where a lot of people mess up because you're chasing women who they don't even really give you the time of day, and you double texting and you wonder, bro. Women are always gonna choose. Like, if a woman is interested in you, she is not gonna make it difficult for you. So if she is not responding to you, if she's being dry, you know, if you're double texting, like, come on. And so that's rule number one. Not that I have anything in order, but stop talking to people that don't like you. Stop trying to put your energy into people who aren't interested in you. But another thing I want to point out too about the gym, this is another thing too. Like, a lot of times people think that it's just about getting big. Like, oh, I need to get big muscles. I need to get jacked. It's not even that, bro. It's the mindset that comes with it. It's the discipline that you get from going to the gym. It's the, you know, one good decision leads to another. It's like a gateway drug. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you deal with somebody and they're toxic and you're just like, you have this bad attachment to them, but it's like a drug. Like, you can't get rid of them. It's the same thing when the gym, once you build it up, right? For me, it was never about getting super jacked, but nothing changes if nothing changes. So 2025, you know, focus on yourself. I would take a break from social media. That's what I'm doing. I'm still going to post on YouTube. I'm probably still going to post on TikTok. But I'm not doing Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. I'm cutting all that off until April. Really focus on finances, paying back some debts, and just trying to elevate to the next level. You know, that's what it's about, taking accountability. That's the thing. When I drop a video, I always think of something else I could have said. But like, energetically, you're going to know. You're going to know. Your intuition, your gut is going to tell you when something is for you and when it's not. And, you know, always listen to your gut, always listen to the energy, trust the vibes. You know, people can convince themselves of anything, right? And so I don't even be putting energy into trying to convince somebody of my worth. And I had to learn this. I had to learn this. Like I don't argue with women, but I'm not about to sit here and argue with you. I'm not. You know, what are we arguing about? What come on, what's really going on here? Like I'm not gonna get nothing out of it. You gotta deal with people that want you. Like I don't know why we do this to ourselves when we deal with people that aren't even really interested in us. But man, I'm not too opposed to this bachelor lifestyle, man. I don't know. You're gonna really have to be some real pressure, like if I'm gonna give you my commitment, because my commitment means something to me. My word means something to me. Just make sure that when you making these big decisions of having a kid, whether it's planned or not, that was on you. You know, and I know because I have a daughter that some people might not want to fuck with me because of that. Just like I probably don't want to fuck with a single mom. And I know that. And I'm not gonna get into single moms and all that. That's a topic for a different video. And I think that was what was hard too early on, because I didn't want to contribute to you know, broken families and, you know, having another guy around my daughter, and like I didn't want to contribute to that type of lifestyle and that type of shit. But again, I only control what I can control. How many times have you made a decision that really wasn't your decision? How many times have you just gone with the flow because you didn't want to be you want to be non-confrontational, like you didn't want to start an argument, or you know what I'm saying? And like once you get to this point to where like you're your authentic self and you live with integrity, like not everybody has integrity and not everybody is going to be you. But I'm saying this to say, like, you got to be willing to tell somebody no, and you have to be willing to tell somebody how you truly feel. I started elevating myself. It's like a lot of people, they can't come with you, bro, because they're gonna bring you down. Time reveals everything. I promise you. Like when you're making that shift, it's weird because like your friends or your friends or whatever, they're gonna fall off, bro. Like, and that's the thing. Like, not everybody can have access to you. People that leave you and left you behind, they're always gonna check back and see how you're doing, because they keep tabs on all type of people. Okay, she's keeping tabs on you. And the real test is, are you going to take her back? And like I always tell people, you can't go back to old situations. Using everything as fuel, man. Like I have enough fuel to last 3 lifetimes. I promise you. I promise you, man. Like respecting me, any girl that broke my heart, whatever. I take shit personal, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean it's like, I can't live my life or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, like, don't think that you got one up on me, bro. I remember everything, and I'm gonna come back for mines and more. You just not gonna know. I'm not losing sleep over old situations, right? But that's what I mean by take it personal, like to where it fuels you, to where it's like, okay, you ain't believe in me, okay, we're gonna see. I'm 2025. Lock in. Catch y'all in the next one.